Lord, today we honor you and give you glory. And as we gather as members and supporters of the People's National Party from this area, we say thank you for another year. A year that we expect great things from you, Lord. And today we ask for a special blessing on our leader and all those of us who lead. We pray that you'll give us vision as we prepare to lead this country, Jamaica land we love. And as we pray for journeying mercies, we ask, dear Lord, that you will hasten the footsteps of those who are on their way. And as we shall depart from here, we can say it was good for us to be here as we discuss the business of the People's National Party. And we pray for journeying mercies for all those who are coming from far and leaving far. We pray for your love, your protection, and all of us. And we say thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Comrades, give a round of applause for the pride. I want to invite the comrades who are standing at the back, that there are seats in the front that we now see as if you know nobody special, because we've been calling everybody before, long and hard, so they can come and have a seat. So if you come in and you need to have a seat, please come and have a seat. We're not saving any seat for anybody special. So we're moving right along. I'm going to invite the councillors who are here and don't see them yet because they're on the program, and I need to see you at the front. Councillor Anthony Bryce, Councillor Andrew Smith, Councillor Leighton Smith, Councillor Stephen Williams. You need to be at the front. I'm asking the leaders to leave from the front, please. We need to start the meeting. And I'm not seeing the councillors who are actually only 2 councillors sitting at the front. I'm asking because we need to start the meeting. It's almost 6:30. Please. Come on, sit down and want to see. I don't see Comrade Hope Market in our Comrade Scripture. All the others who are the leaders who are here. We need to start. The people have been sitting and waiting. Councillor Carl Smith from the Patrick, I don't see him yet either. Councillor David Knight. These are the comrades who are on the program. Moving right along. Where's Comrade Stephen Williams? Where's Comrade Leighton Smith? All the visiting comrades who are here from other divisions and constituencies, please to make your way on the inside. Anybody see Councillor Stephen from Reaching Division on the outside? Councillor Stephen Williams? Councillor Leighton Smith? Alright, let us move along. Comrades, we're moving right along because this is the meeting. This is the second campaign stop for the party, because we're moving across the country to ensure that whenever they decide to call it, we are ready to get right into the business of an election, and we are checking to ensure that all constituencies are here. So today, we started by moving across the entire Manchester, well, most of Manchester, all of the urban areas. We started in William Seal, we head up to Christiana, to Kabla, we head over down into Mayoral, into Northwest Manchester, then we move over into Central and Royal Flat and close off in Mandeville. We're ready to touch any South, but South Manchester is planning something big and bold and, you know? Yeah, that them say them are doing. Them say they have done something big and bold in a South, but you know what them are planning, maybe Bryce can tell you more. But this is just the start. So I want to encourage you that ensure that you dot all the I's and you cross all the T's in your various divisions, in your cluster, in your PD, and in your division and constituencies as we're moving right along. But since as I don't see the 2 councillors that I called before, I'm going to invite, I call Leighton and I call Stephen, I don't see them yet. And I know I saw them on the outside. So comrades, well, never call somebody else in the meantime. The people have been waiting along. So we had this meeting and the party leader our tour today, and that is a man I don't know where getting energy from or getting zeal from, but that is a man who is fit and ready. Give a round of applause for our party leader, next Prime Minister of Jamaica, fit and ready. I can tell you, I go to keep up. Most of the time, I make sure I sit down and keep a cool head. but he was there with us in all 4 areas and ensured that we were able to get things done. But I'm going to invite somebody who is not really on the program, but since he does come in, I want to invite him because he also played the host today. I wanted to invite the councillor from Mayoral division to just give you warm greetings for 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. The Deputy Mayor of Mandeville, Councillor Rohan Kennedy, who's a teacher by profession. Give him a warm welcome.
Comrades of Manchester, are you ready? Comrades of Manchester, are you ready? I'm glad for the confirmation because when I see I'm in Manchester today, it means that PNP are on our way back to victory. Hip hip! Hip hip! But with all of that, comrades, bear in mind we can't start the celebration yet. There's a lot of work to be done, right? So you, the workers, the foot soldiers, please, we can't drop the ball. Let we do what we have to do to ensure that victory. So when we say victory, it's a PNP. Victory! Victory! One love.
Yes, give it up for the Deputy Mayor. We started the ball rolling this afternoon, so we're moving right along and I'm going to give you 1.5 minutes. So he represented the councillors from Manchester. We're going to have a few more of them introducing their own candidates here this afternoon. But I want to do a roll call to see who they are, which constituency I lead. There should be workers and warriors from all 4 constituencies. I'm going to start with the constituency. I don't see their leaders as yet. I don't know why I don't see them, but they were with us. And this is where the current leader started today. Where the comrades from North East Manchester, Walderston, Christian and Craiget. North East Manchester, you there? No, sir. North East Manchester, where we started this morning. Where are you? North East Manchester, are you here? 3 money there. Where they gone? Who they gonna get? Because I want my people from North East Manchester. I see you, madam. I see you. All right. Northwest Manchester, Comrade Michael Phillips, are you here? Northwest. Northwest are lead, Northeast so far. The comrades from South Manchester, are you here? South Manchester, are you here? Where is that dance now? Well, the lead is now taken by South Manchester. The comrades from Central Manchester, are you here? Central Manchester. One of them way down a third, one of them behind you, one of them in front of Northeast Manchester. So South Manchester win that round and then Northwest come second, Central third, and then but before in the meeting we're going to do another roll call because I know there are many other comrades from all 4 constituencies who are here. But we're moving right along, and I'm going to take for you now a comrade who has always given tremendous support to Manchester and one who has always been with us. He has been with us from 10 o'clock this morning, but he has been miserable all day. I don't know why. But I'm going to take my good friend from Myersville division. I saw him on the news yesterday clarifying that some labor right can create mischief. But we're not doing any mischief tonight. I'm going to invite my friend from the strongest PNP division in South East St. Elizabeth, and he will argue and tell us St. Elizabeth overall. Comrade Lady Smith to give you warm greetings from St. Elizabeth. Now special dedication going down from down.
Somewhere chairman, Mario, not my friend, what is that comrade? No, 10-2. Comrades, councillor colleagues and councillor candidates, comrades all, pleasant good evening. I bring you greetings from South East St. Elizabeth. And comrades, as you all know, we are fighting a battle in South East St. Elizabeth that we decide to will stand and fight until the end. Because comrades, you must see that the labourers are really upset in South East St. Elizabeth because Comrade Norman Scott come to South East St. Elizabeth and turn up the thing and the labourers them get confused and start create them own demonstration and roadblock to say it's PNP. But I want you to tell the comrades, we will be out there day and night because we have to return Southeast Elizabeth to the winning column of the People's National Party. We have a candidate now that we believe in and trust in, and I'm telling you, the work is being done. And I can tell you, the comrades of Manchester, we're going to deliver Southeast Elizabeth. So again, I bring you greetings from Southeast Elizabeth.
Come on, man, give him a better round of applause than that. Because if you don't know what I want to say to Elizabeth, let me tell you what I want properly. I want to welcome Deputy General Secretary of the PNP and former Regional Chairman of the Great Region 5, Comrade Wentworth Skeffrey. Give him a warm welcome to the meeting. Comrades, Labour right now, I said to Elizabeth yesterday, go block the road and go tie and create mischief and then go and go say a PNP people don't want anything. But they say when fire down most will steal them think a cold breeze. Come high, come low. PNP will win the next election, and PNP, like Comrade Skeffrey did, we will continue to make sure that we sweep Region 5 because we must lead from the front. We're in the center of the island, and we're going to create a PNP tsunami right across the length and breadth of Jamaica. So before I did what did I do again? I did a roll call. So the constituencies have been mentioned. I want to mention the affiliates of the party now and see who they are and who are leading there. We are the members of the young people. The Bible says young people I call upon them because they are strong. We are the members of the PNP. Are you here? One somebody that. PNP one somebody. That's no good. Two. I want me here. Members of the National Workers Union, the PNP Union. RTO, why is the same? One somebody that. One cocoa full basket. Members of the PNP Patriots, the young professional, are you here? Alright, two somebody from Patriots. Why you have one? Workers Union have one, Patriots have two. Members of the PNP Women's Movement. Members of the Women's Movement. Robert Skeffrey always boils down to be true. Them say women are our number one voters, women are our number one supporters. Give it up for the women because they are here in their jokes. And as I speak about a woman, and I say fire that must steal, she lifted about she Talawa, creating a lot of waves in Southwest St. Elizabeth. Take on the lady coming to the stage right now. Comrade Miranda Wellington, a light fire. Light fire. Now she will be the next member of parliament for Southwest St. Elizabeth, and I know she's doing a wonderful job. So welcome, Comrade Miranda, to the meeting. And we're moving right along because I hear that all the comrades are here. But Comrade Miranda, you know, so we now make a rest of come best right away. So at the meeting, the Bible says you must not lay a hand upon a man or a woman's son. But I know she's fit and she's ready and she's able. So please do make her feel welcome. The next member of parliament, a teacher by profession. The party was started by teachers. I say she little but she Talawa, creating waves in St. Elizabeth and Region 5, Comrade Miranda Wellington.
Here are the man. Good evening, comrades. Comrades of Manchester, let me hear your voices loud and clear tonight. I want to say, wake up, man, wake up. I want to say, it is a blessing to be here this afternoon. I know many of you have been on the road all day with the comrade leader. I want to make acknowledgement to all the persons who are visiting from various constituencies, the various councillors. Show respect. I know that you are here and you're tired. So I don't want to prolong the greetings because the meat of the matter is the issues that are affecting the people. Comrades, tonight we are here not just to celebrate that our party is doing well, but we are here to ensure that you make sure that our party become the next government of Jamaica. It is a message that I bring from Southwestern St. Elizabeth. As the next MP for Southwest St. Bess, I can tell you that the people of Southwest are ready to be in Parliament with your Prime Minister, Mark Jefferson Golding. I know all the people that have been waiting. It's been a I don't hear the music, man. Yeah, man, let us start.
See, tell them I'm ready, we have to tell them okay.
Make my way up Spur Tree. I had a lot of dialogue with the people in St. Elizabeth. I spoke to Comrade Patricia, who is in Northwest. She will also be beating the dead man called Jackass Clark. Yes, man, that man in Northwest. And she tell me, Miranda, it's a tiresome journey, but the work will be worth it because we're working for the people of St. Elizabeth. When I reach out to Comrade Jess, she said, Comrade, I'm not going to make it tonight, but you must represent me in St. Elizabeth. And I know Comrade Norman Scott, right here in Southeast, will be beating the man that's always sleeping in Parliament, because we need the people of Jamaica to wake up, and make their voices and their fingers known that we need a People's National Party government back in Parliament. When we travel the roads, comrades, it's a disgrace. But more importantly, how can we say that we are for the people when the people can't even get them goods out of the farm because every pothole them going on, them say, whoa, me back, whoa, me front end. Comrades, when I talk about the people of Southwestern St. Elizabeth, I speak about farmers, and many of you in here are farmers. When are we going to put the people first and the farmers of this country back into the important position that they hold in this country? Farmers are the backbone of Jamaica. Half of our people now have to go on to non-traditional farming. Every one of our youth them in a prison because they can't earn a decent living, because farming now has become a thing of the past. When I grew up, Melon and Scallion used to line the driveways of people's homes. People used to have a sense of pride because they work hard and they could give you anything. They said the people of Southwest and St. Elizabeth were the kindest, because every time you visit a family, they have something for you. Sad to say, my comrades of Manchester and Region 5, I can tell you now, if you go to St. Elizabeth, the only thing they can give you are guinea grass. Because nothing is being farmed in the lands that surround my home. It is a dying, desolate place in St. Elizabeth. When I talk about the people that are suffering, I also speak about the youths. Many of the youths are unemployed. The people will be talking, because I know that the youths of Southwest will be coming out in their numbers to support me, Miranda Wellington, as their next member of Parliament for Southwest.
It's a lesson too late.
You know the thing about what maestro want me to.
Hold it, music man. We talk about the youths, but if we don't talk about education and getting back our youths back in school, we don't have no future for Jamaica. Comrades, we don't talk no chatter things and no bagger empty promises, because I know that the People's National Party, which you and I serve, has always been about education. We have to educate with people, because a people without knowledge will perish. Yes. And what I see happening in our country right now is that the people them need to wake up and know that it's knowledge and education that can bring back a sense of pride to the people when they go out there and walk and talk. Comrades, I know that you are suffering. I know you feel the difficulties in your homes because you can hardly buy the things that you normally buy. But I can tell you that with a People's National Party back in government, you will become our priority. prosperity. You will become the future who believe again that we will come back to prosperity in this country. Not the prosperity that they promised, but the prosperity that you know that the people, National Party will deliver. I like that you clapped. I love that you are here to listen, because sometimes you love the noise, but sometimes you don't love the knowledge. Comrades, I am a proud product of the People's National Party. I am a proud product of Mark Jefferson Holding. He encouraged me to finish university. That man knows what it is to empower people. We are here supporting a party leader that cares about the future of this country, that cares about your children, that cares about your families. We have to build back the families in our country and build back our communities. Comrades, I won't be long, and I won't be lamenting about the things that others will be talking about. But I can tell you, comrades, I know without a shadow of a doubt that what we are doing in Southwest St. Elizabeth, we are canvassing, we are walking house to house. Every single day I'm on the road. Every single school I visit, I talk to the students, and I let them know that when Miranda Wellington becomes your next member of parliament, the future of Southwest will be in better hands, and your future will be made clear with a People's National Party government. Comrades, I have one last message to tell you. I go out in the streets and I realize that the people just want somebody to talk to. Comrades, talk to the people then. Ask them what I want. Tell them what the People's National Party stands for. Tell them about the plans we have to empower back this country. The plans for the healthcare, the plans for education, the plans for agriculture. Comrades, you have to talk to people, or you can't keep it a secret. You have to canvas, go out in the communities, talk to the neighbor, stop the gas and the vexation. Make sure say everybody who never voted the last election, them come out to vote. Because the people them want the People's National Party, but we have to engage them and we have to give them chat. Same like when you talk up a girl or a guy. You have to give them talk. The people want to hear from us. And we have too many leaders that are quiet, and few of us who are the only ones talking. The voice is louder in numbers, and the voice is stronger with unity. Comrades, lift up yourself, lift up your voices, and make sure the People's National Party come back to power. One love, my comrades, and enjoy the night.
A lady who's doing the work to ensure that there's a victory for the People's National Party in Southwest St. Elizabeth. One more time for Comrade Miranda Wellington. As Comrade Miranda was speaking, I saw two vice presidents walked in, and I want to welcome them to the platform and to the podium. And to, no, not to the platform or the podium, but to the head table. But the table at the front, I want to invite Comrade Mayor of Spanish Town and the next Member of Parliament. No man, I come in there, so don't worry. And the next Member of Parliament for St. Elizabeth Southeast, Comrade Norman Scott, Vice President of the People's National Party. Give him a warm welcome to the meeting. Come on, have a seat at the front, sir. Also joining the Vice President is his Vice President colleague, standing tall as the only MP in Manchester, Vice President Michael Asher Phillips, Member of Parliament, Manchester Northwest. Let him feel welcome. But comrades, you are the workers and the warriors and the soldiers of the party, and this is a meeting of delegates and workers and supporters, and I know most of you dot the I's and cross the T, but Manchester sent a signal, and there's a reason why the party leader chose Manchester to be one of the first stops in 2025, a very important year for the People's National Party and for Jamaica and the whole, because we have to rescue this country. And Manchester sent, and Hanover also sent a clear signal. In a Hanover you have 7 divisions, the PNP gone with 7. In a Manchester the PNP have 15 divisions, we gone with 12. Almost get 30 in the vex up to this day. Why we not get poor? So I want to pick up Comrade Peter Gay Campbell and the team from poor. Stand up Peter Gay, but be acknowledged. How much you lose by? About 30 votes? No worry yourself, them say the hot of the battle, the sweet of the victory. Poorest division is here. But I want to introduce you to some members of the 12 of us down there in Parish Council. And we now make sure, say, when they miss the calling, they talk on JLP. You know what I mean? Calling go like, you know, one top down one little right down there. When we look, Mr. Bryce fling off his fist and say, go from us and tapping nice. And everybody down there, they're the only somebody down there Christian. All the other 11 councillors, them, PHM Lemke. I am the only one down there that is well behaved. So my mother right over there, so she can tell us that Mr. Boy was brought up very, very well. Now give him don't show that. But the other 11 councillors, Lord of mercy. But I want to introduce them to you. I want to introduce a councillor who I was calling from early, but I don't know where he did. He's not from Manchester, but he's an ex-officer of Manchester. He's in Clarendon. Comrade Stephen Williams, he's from the Reaches Division, the big him up. Always here with us in Manchester. He borders being in Belfield and he also borders his Pauline Division and all the other divisions in Porus and so forth also. But I want to introduce some members of the 12. For most of you who don't know, my name is Councillor Mario Mitchell. I'm from the Belfield Division. One of the 12. Come on now, clap me. You understand me? Yeah, man. Councillor Carl Smith, a teacher by profession, new councillor from the Napatrick Division. Give him a warm welcome to the meeting. You know, lad, we know whole Napatrick for 2 or 3 terms. But he has back in the fall of the PNP. I also enough respect to Comrade Carl Smith and the team from Napatrick. Sitting beside Councillor Smith, well, next to Councillor Steve, is a man, you know, that we don't have up on the hill there too. And boy, I tell you, tears come to my eyes when we know that we were there in February. The brand new councillor from the Wallaston Division in North East Manchester, a churchman, a businessman, Councillor every night. And one of the new kids on the block, but I know everybody know because every pan will knock him to there. In that church, in that funeral, and in there everywhere. I don't know if he got the road bar either, but he look like him a follow in the footstep. And every pan will knock, he's there. Brand new councillor from the New Green Division, another teacher, Andrew Smith. We tell them, say them have to work, you know. We tell them, say them have to work, come and work, and I just tell them, say, it's easy to win the first time, it's harder to win the second time. But on the second term, he and I joined the council in 2016. The Deputy Mayor of Mandeville, Councillor of my Division, Rohan Kennedy, give him a warm welcome. Councillor Anthony Bryce, how much is on Bryce? 4 terms? 4 terms of the Newport, the man with enough trouble up there. Anthony Bryce of the Newport Division. And one of the brand new councillors to maintain that the Peer dynasty continues in politics from the right way and on the right side. And we sure say, brand new councillor from the Spiritual Division, Councillor Peer, Ryan Peer. I want to welcome to the meeting former General Secretary, the last General Secretary to have a landslide victory for the PNP in 2011, former MP in Central Manchester and in Clarendon. But the next Member of Parliament for Southern Manchester, please to welcome to the meeting Comrade Peter Bunting. I see here tonight, one of the young youth them again, another teacher by profession, a young youth that is creating waves. And not just because he represents Alligator Pond. The brand new councillor, teacher by profession, Councillor Omar T.J. Robinson from Alligator Pond. Fisher and who come on the truck where made the nice today on the sound truck, you already know, so you need to go Fisher and Sandra. The truck is ready to go back to Christiana, so link up the truck. Comrades, I want to introduce two former elected representatives who are here. Councillor Irwin Facing, long-standing councillor for Spurtree, is also here. Give him a warm welcome to the meeting. The last man, one of the man Little and Talawa, the last PNP MP in North East Manchester, and I tell you in 2025 there will be a PNP in North East Manchester, but the former MP from Manchester North East, Comrade Calvin Lynn. Give him a warm welcome to the meeting. So anybody will come to the podium now because the people that are on the road from morning, in my case, they're on from 7:30. So we're not free to pull anybody's shirt. Everybody come to give short greetings except the party leader. He can stay as long as he wants. But everybody who's coming up, we're not go too far, and I'll be able to pull your shirt to ensure that they know the time comes. So the first person I'm bringing on in this segment is the councillor for the Greendale Division in St. Catherine. Long-standing mayor of Spanish Town. Next member of parliament to join Region 5, South East St. Elizabeth, member of parliament in waiting, former Vice President Norman Scott.
Comrade Chairman, Comrade, colleague Vice President, Comrade Mikhail, Comrade, next Member of Parliament for South, is it South, straight South or South East? South. South Manchester, I'm a neighbor, I'm a neighbor. A vote out Labour. Because the two constituencies that we border, some people are squatting at it right now. And we come to take over our place. Peter and myself come to take over our place. Comrades, I feel good. When I came on the tour this afternoon, and I come into Mandeville town, I say, yes, Peter, it look like 2011 again. The people ready for PNP. The people ready for Marky G. And so, comrades, all I come here to say to you, is that down in South East St. Elizabeth, where some people are trying to make mischief, I'm not even going to talk much about it. Because, look here, one thing we know about PNP people, you see anytime them vex about something, them speak their mind. Them come up front and them tell you their mind. And the party have a process in which them deal with things. And we no hide and be no phantom. We not go behind and do things. Anything we do, we come up front. So we know that the little trick for them try Monday morning, that is not the work of the People's National Party. That is the work of some people who somewhere along the line, them get misled. And so them lose them way and them will try to find them way. But comrades, let me tell you this. Them did some poll. And when them do the poll, them realize that the people gone with Marky G. The people them said, we have a new friend. And a new man that is in town is Mark Jefferson Golden. So comrades, here where we are going. We are going to make sure that if it's next month them call it, we're ready. If it's the month after them call it, we're ready. Any month them call it, we're going to be ready. Because we're going to make sure that Mark Jefferson Golden and the team lead the People's National Party into Jamaica House. One love, one heart, one destiny comrades.
more time for the Vice President, Comrade Norman Scott. He's the newest member of Region 5, and we don't tell him that this is the best region in the entire island of Jamaica. So we give him up and welcome him with clean hands and heart. So comrades, we're moving right along. We're going to change the format of the meeting. We're going to take one councillor. Councillors, listen to me now. Your job is to introduce your candidate and to say just a minute. So if you pass the minute, you know where you go. But I'm going to pull your shirt because your job is to call up your member of parliament to the podium. So the first person, the opening batsman in this segment. Oh yes. You see, that's why you love to leave for the meeting. That's man normally late enough. Comrades, please to welcome to the meeting the host. Please to welcome His Worship the Mayor, next member of Parliament for Central Manchester, Councillor Donovan Mitchell to the meeting. Just to say hi to you, bring you warm greetings, and then to introduce their candidate that will represent their constituencies. So one councillor from the 4 constituencies. And the opening batsman in that segment is a teacher by profession. In his new term, brand new minted councillor of the Republic of Nampatrick in Central Manchester, to bring you warm greetings and introduce His Worship the Mayor, Councillor Carl Smith from Nampatrick.
Love and hate can never be friends, oh no.
Comrades of Manchester, Wagwan. We're there. It has been a long day. We're on the road from morning and we know everybody tired. So we're not going to waste no time. Yeah? The writing, I wouldn't say writing, it's already on the wall. But we are writing on the wall to take back Central Manchester. Central Manchester is PNP territory. Yeah? I will go and take back Central Manchester. And you know why we know so we have to take it back? From about November or so, we have been going around different functions, different public settings, and they invite such people to come as a presenter, as a speaker. And what we find out, say Shadow, I make some call and I find out if the mayor go there. And if she find out if the mayor go there, she's a no-show. Yeah. So the writing, we have a writing. Comrades, as I said, we're going to take back Central Manchester. And I want you to put your hands together for the man who will lead the charge to take back Central Manchester. Your worship, the mayor, Councillor, Comrade Donovan Mitchell. And we're here the man. We're here the man. This is the man who will take back Central Manchester. And let me tell you, I'm my boss. I will do everything in our powers to take back Central Manchester.
Comrade Chairman, Comrade Vice Presidents of the People's National Party, Mikhail Phillips and Comrade Norman Scott, Comrade DJS, Campaign Manager nationally, Comrade Wensford Skeffrey, Comrade Peter Bunting, former General Secretary of the People's National Party, Comrade Calvin Lynn, the man with the plan, I don't know how we're going to treat them, if it's burying them or embalming them. But you must know what item you're going to use. If you embalm them, you can keep them like a bit longer. Comrades, all my fellow comrade councillors, comrade regional chairman, I think I see him around, comrade Makati. Comrades, I see former MP John Jr. coming in. Let me pause to welcome. And we see today when we went on the road, we see all our leaders shaking and holding hands and talking to the people. Some people we never see for years, because the people know that time is of the essence. Comrades, I want us to inspire one another. Nobody make sense with quarrel over things that are past. And when it's the Bible I read every day and it keep me, you know. Paul said to the Philippians church, I am forgetting the things that are behind me, and I am pressing forward to the mark. What is the mark? It is mark holding. The mark is the mark of the PNP victory for 2025. So we need to inspire every single comrade in this room. Tell them to forget the things. If we never get none, forget it. Because we are not in this for what we can get. We are going in it so that people can get what they have worked for. And mobilize. Comrades, we have the canvas doing. And every single worker of the People's National Party must take part in the canvas. Because if we don't have that PNP list, and I call it Mr. PNP list, Comrades, get free. because we know what the PNP listed for us in 2024. And so, comrade, we can't waste no time. We got to do our canvas and mobilize he, she, and the old lady to get out there and vote for the People's National Party, because the time is now. Time is right now. I don't know when they call an election. It's not my business. My business is to prepare the People's National Party and its workers for anything that they want to do. If they can't, I hear them talking about COVID might be coming back, they're not going to have no excuse because they called it in the last COVID. And so we're going to be ready and mobilized to make sure that Mark, Jesperson, Golden, Peter Bunting, Michael Phillips, Valuing, myself, and all other members of Parliament march up to Duke Street to take hold of the government of this country and get rid of this corrupt government. A man that is always fighting for himself. How can the Prime Minister bring this whole government to court? Nonsense. But people, we have an excellent leader. When I saw him on the road today, when I said, boss, you ready for stop? He said, no, that man, anyway you want, carry me, boy. That's an excellent leader, one that is ready to meet his people, to talk with his people, and to make sure that the People's National Party is ready for victory for Jamaica, because we must win this election that is coming up. Because if we don't win it, comrades, nobody talk about no damn name or supper. There will be no supper to eat. There will be no supper to eat, so no supper on the day. So we have to win this election, come hell or water. We have to go there to each and every house, by the byways, in the poor house, in the king's house, in a garden house, every house, your neighbor house, your girlfriend house, even if you not talk to your neighbor, you have to go over them house and tell them that it is time for the People's National Party. So comrades, we have no time to waste. Tomorrow morning, when you get up, find one exercise book. I know one man, when I just came into politics, he always walked with an exercise book and he take names and telephone numbers. We need every name we can get, every telephone number we can get, because every single PNP will have to come out of their house and vote this time. No lily. No lily. And so, comrades, it behoves us, each and every single person in this room, to know that time has come for Mark Jefferson Golden and the People's National Party to take back Jamaica so that you can live a good life. A life that you know you can go to the market and buy things that you can feed your family. You don't have to fret what you're going in the market to do, because you know that the time has come. Comrade, God bless you. I love you all. We'll see you in the runnings. God bless you. Take care.
Councillor for the Royal Flat Division, going close to 25 years from 1998. We get up one more time for the MP in waiting from Manchester Central, Councillor Donovan Mitchell. Talk like saying in this church last night and he come back and preach tonight. So, love, respect. Comrades, while Comrade Donovan was speaking, Comrade John Jr. made his way to the meeting, so we give up again one more time officially. Councillor Dalton, former Councillor Dalton Brown from the Alligator Pond Division of Vanessa Hyde, and they have big up yourself, former councillor. So we're moving right along. Please, I want to do one roll call again, you know. Yeah, man, we are doing one roll call again, man. No, Bryce, never will again. All the comrades who are here from the 4 constituencies don't make it meet again, because some people come now. They come in the room. With that Central Manchester. Central Manchester, are you here? Central Manchester, are there? Well, still weak. Northwest Manchester, are you here? Northeast Manchester for Cristiano there. South Manchester, are you here? moving right along. Well, so like South and Leeds, same way. Comrades, we're moving right along. And I bring to you now another brand new councillor. The Bible said, young man, I call upon you because you are strong. And sorry. You know, so I don't want to explain me that a while ago. I don't know, young boy, I call up a big man. But I'm moving now. 4 terms as the councillor for the Newport division in South Manchester. Them a lead. Welcome, Councillor Anthony Bryce, to bring on Comrade Peter Mercott Bunting.
He's cut. Comrades, hold on up. Comrades, hold on up. Comrade, distinguished comrades at the head table, VP, MP, campaign manager, big up on yourself. Comrades, councillor colleagues, former councillors, former MP, comrades of Manchester, good evening. Comrades of Manchester, good evening. Comrades, I hear the man, but if you see me start to be on social media, look out. Me not done, me just a cut, and watch me tomorrow. Because me mean say, JLP must go! And when you run a country and you start input ice, that shows that you must go. So comrades, the task tonight is mine to introduce the performance boss. A man who I know will carry the baton to South Manchester and work, perform, and put it on and get rid of that jackass. Comrades of South Manchester, rise with me as I introduce our next Member of Parliament, Comrade Peter Mercott.
Do you know what it means to have a revolution? And what it takes to make a solution?
Comrades, you are so nice. Comrade Jonah, respect. You have long experience in the field. And if you were with us on the road today, it will remind you of the 90s and 2011. Both periods resulted in landslides. And I want to tell you, from the mood of the comrades here this evening, after being on the road, some of them for nearly 12 hours, and the energy we still have tells me that we are in landslide territory once again. I want to big up yourself, comrades from Manchester and visiting comrades. You look good. You look good. But comrades, even as I say that, I want to caution. Don't fall into the trap of complacency that we win already. Don't fall into that trap. A lot of work is to be done. And the reason why we didn't decide to wrap up today with a spot meeting or a mass meeting, but instead a workers' rally, is because we want the workers to understand that this is a critical period. If the Labour Party call election February, we must be ready. If they call it March, then we're more ready. April, better ready, and so on. But let us not be complacent and say election will be summer. And then the gate fly, and people are scrambled around. Better, Comrade Bishop, you would say better be like the wise virgins than the foolish virgins.
Yeah, man. I'm hiding in your lamp. I'm hiding in your bucket.
Make sure you abide in your lamp. Comrades, we have a critical mission. This JLP administration is the worst, the most corrupt, the wickedest regime that Jamaica has seen since independence. In fact, since voting, since colonialism. When we just look right here in Manchester, and we know the state of some of the schools, we know the chaos at the hospital and the anguish, and when people go over there, they have to carry down to toilet paper. And I remember when I came here in 2007, they used to call Mandeville Regional the hotel, and big up John Jr. as a former minister and MP, who was instrumental in that. John, if you can avoid it, I beg you, don't even visit over there, because tears will come to your eye. Tears will come to your eye, all the place run down. And more so, not, I don't think, Panadol in the pharmacy over there. Everything patients need, them have to send to buy a private pharmacy. Or if they need some test done, is private lab or private radiographer. At the same time, since 2019, this incompetent government going to a contract to lease piece of Megaman. 2019, and we're in 2025 now, and the place them lease and paying hundreds of millions to rent is still empty over there. Just imagine what those hundreds of millions could have done in terms of medication and equipment at the hospitals, in terms of repairing our schools. That same wicked government bullied civil servants into taking 20%, take it or leave it, and then when they finally settle, they'll give themselves a 200% increase. This is a wicked set of people. But it's not enough to just talk about it. We have to work to get rid of them. We have to get rid of them. And Comrade Skeffrey, sometimes you sound like a broken record, but I know it's because you believe in the importance of the PNP list, and canvassing every comrade that is available out there. And by the way, canvass don't mean only on a Sunday afternoon you go out with your voters list and you walk up and down each gate, you know. And a restaurant today, stop to get a bite of food. It's 5 people in canvas in the restaurant from South Manchester. Get them number everything. Some of them live in a central now, but them vote still in a south. People can't find them down there. We find them in a Mandeville today. So that is how we have to always vigilant and ready. And if them in a south and them vote in a northwest, they have to call Michael or WhatsApp him and say, find one of you vote on them. Don't all get up and make sure you figure out how to get them up to their spiritual division to vote. And that is how we have to live in Manchester and in Region 5 to change the people. Comrades, I was in Southeast St. Elizabeth about 6 months ago. Comrade Layton, I don't know if you remember, and I prophesied about a certain company that would get the Spark program. I said, nobody listened to nothing about tender and this and that. And it looked like
I'm a bit of a prophet for real, not true. Because after them dismiss it and rubbish it, and a few months go by, so said, so done. Well, I'm telling you right now, whether you are 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, Jamaican roads are in the worst condition of your lifetime. Worst condition of your lifetime. And you know, some people say they are so cynical that them don't fix the road and wait in for election to announce and then rush out to start fix road. Well, you can fool the people sometime. What no? You can fool all of the people some of the time. You can fool some of the people all of the time. But you can't fool all of the people all of the time. And the people I hope now, as we moved around today from the length and breadth of Manchester, it is clear to me that the people's eyes are open. And it is just, the clock is now ticking, waiting for, while we won't make the announcement, as soon as it's announced, the trumpet will then sound, and we must all answer the call. Because after 9 years in office, a government can't run on promises. A government must run on performance. And when we look at the statistics of their performance, it is a disgrace. Mandeville Southern Regional Health Authority, which includes Mandeville Regional, John, the maternal mortality rate, that is the death rate of mothers and infants, is 10 times what it was when we left office in 2016. 10 times the number of mothers and young infants are dying in the region now relative to when we were in office. That is a disgrace. And that alone, they should be voted out of office. On the condition of the roads alone, they should be voted out of office. And the scandal of them paying 1.5 billion to keep a place empty for 5 years alone, they should be out of office. The fact that children in Brown Primary, some children still going to school in the church hall because of a little breeze blow last July alone is a scandal. Not to mention the overall performance. So comrades, it is a time to be energized. But it is not a time to be complacent and say we'll win already. However, if you put in the work now, in the next few weeks, not in the next few months, in the next few weeks, then when that time comes, PNP River come down back to back. Manchester High, please welcome Jamaica's next Prime Minister and the President of the People's National Party, Mr. Clean Hands and Heart. Please do a welcome from the President of the PNP, Dr. Mark Jefferson, Bowling to Manchester High, our workers' meeting. Workers from South Manchester, North West Manchester, North East Manchester and Central Manchester, welcome in Manchester High School, former President, Jamaica's future Prime Minister, Dr. Mark Jefferson Golden. Welcome, comrade leader. Spend all day with us in Manchester, to the hills and to the valley. So comrades, we're moving right along because we're about to make sure that we get to the point where we are. So, I don't see one person who I want to see yet, so I'm going to move on to one of the brand new minted councillors in his first term, representing the noble division of New Green, a teacher by profession, to introduce his member of parliament, the Vice President,
Michael Phillips. Please to make welcome Manchester Councillor Andrew Smith.
Good night, comrades. Welcome the next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Golden. With all protocol observed, Your Worship the Mayor, you're a real boss, you're my dad, and you always establish the protocol so we don't have to do it again. The correct way. Yo, give Donovan Mitchell a round of applause for me, please. To you, the warriors, the loyal warriors, workers, foot soldier of the People's National Party, good night. Give yourself a round of applause for me, please. You see, I'm going to pause the debate to just recognize the new Green Division people. Through thick and thin, they always stand up for the People's National Party. Could you please stand, especially my ladies, just stand. And the gentlemen, stand up. Stand up, man. Stand up. Give them a round of applause for me, please. No matter what, it's 9th hour. Thank you very much. You may be seated. And I say that to segue into our Member of Parliament, Michael Phillips. No matter what, he's always there for his people as a hard-working Member of Parliament. Put your hands together for him. Michael Asher Phillips, my boss today, tomorrow, forever. When I come to work, I'm one of the hardest working Member of Parliament. 3 terms in Ghana already, and I'm up for the 4th term. Because people are like saying no on the 5th term, not on a 5-star general, but we are carrying for the 4th term. People, where's it, Donovan? 7? Alright. People, it is no easy task, you know. So just take a second and stump to you. We have to be patient with the Member of Parliament, we have to be patient with the councillors, because it takes a lot out of us. So at this time, let's put all differences aside and ensure that when the trumpet sound, all PNP candidates and Member of Parliament, candidates become Member of Parliament. Put your hands together and welcome Comrade Michael, my boss, Asher Phillips to the podium.
Comrades of Manchester, let me hear you! Norman Manley comrades, let me hear you! Michael Manley comrades! PJ Patterson comrades! Portia 6 million comrades! Peter Phillips comrades, let me hear you! Mark Jefferson Golden comrades, let me hear you! Comrades, today has been a good day. It's a good day for the people. But I want to start out by paying respect to the comrades that are here. 2020 was a rough election. It was. And you stayed with the People's National Party. You stayed with the People's National Party that February of last year, we showed them in Manchester that Manchester is still with the People's National Party. I'm sure the rest of Jamaica, so when fire there must stay and take a cool breeze that the PNP is ready. And when I think about it, I'm sure wholeness, a panic, and the PNP them in a Manchester panic. Because if at any time that the PNP is united and strong, it is now.
And this is not about just time come. The PNP is on a rescue mission. It is on a rescue mission to save Jamaica. Because, comrade leader, none for them who in the government right now, we don't know if they ever wear short pants, but they need to answer to the people of Jamaica. Because the budget for education has increased and they like to boast about it, but yet still we have less children passing PEP and less passing CSEC. The budget in health has increased tenfold, but yet still you have people are still laid up on passageway in a hospital, no medication, no equipment. Where did the money go? The Prime Minister took on super ministry. And he has failed at every single one. Because if we run now and talk about the railroad and talk about how much people in Manchester I get more water when yet still the water project don't even start yet. It no start. All one piece start. And the PNPs were supposed to come from Kingsland, come down to Hatfield, don't even start yet. Not even a pipe drop. No equipment out there. So who get the water? Where the money go? And that them the answer. Yeah? You don't have to have that on the mind. Yeah? I never me say so. I didn't say so. No, but seriously, comments. We are on a rescue mission. And I hear them want a third term. As Comrade Donovan said, God forbid them get it. God forbid. I would not think that about them. Because I am going to ask you also to be patient with that PNP government. Because I guarantee them take out everything out of the kitty that when we go there, it's going to empty. And we don't have the answer for everything. But I know when we get there, if we don't have the answer now, we will find the solution to make sure that Jamaica is in a better place. And that's why I have to thank you. Thank you for sticking with the People's National Party. Thank you for supporting the People's National Party. And PNP is not without you know. And for us to stay with the PNP to ensure that Jamaica is in safe hands. I have to say big up, comrades. Big up. So comrades, as Comrade Bunting said, let us not get complacent. But at least the comrade leader came to see it himself. That Manchester is ready for the People's National Party. And comrades, we have to big up the party leader. Come on, we have to big him up. Comrade leader, so 3 years now as leader? 4 years? And since Comrade Mark Golding has been elected leader of the PNP, he has not come off on the ground to make sure that he touched every nook and cranny. And we as a leadership of the PNP have to give him support. Because this victory is not his alone. It is for the people of Jamaica. It's for the People's National Party. So comrades, the trumpet has sounded. My countrymen are. Let us awake from our slumber and answer the people's call. One love, one heart, That was your Vice President and
and Member of Parliament for Manchester Northwest, Comrade Michael Asher Phillips. They have the street cut in Manchester, and so you're in the right place. Comrades, I have good news. We are down to our final 2 speakers. So we know we're there a long time, and many of us have been on the road for 12 hours. But we can't turn over the mic to the last 2, the real big man and the real general, and we don't turn up the notch and turn up the heat and notch. So I want the comrades to stand up on your feet. And we're going to bring on the party the right way. We can make sure we feel it and know so we are a brand new year, and we are blessed to be here because we are members of the PNP, and we're on the way to victory. Music man, and we will show to come. All who can stand on your feet. PNP, we are alive and well. We are blessed to see a brand new year. What did you Christian PNP them know? Christian are here. Our leader is about to speak to you. Sing my comrades. Praise and worship according to the gospel of the People's National Party, and that is the right way for me to bring on one of Jamaica's profound teachers, Deputy General Secretary and the former chairman of Region 5, Comrade Deputy General Secretary Wentworth Skefford. Comrades, are you feeling? Comrades, are you feeling? We're ready for the PNP. What does the PNP use the power? PNP! 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 What is the Mark Golding? Is the next Prime Minister. Mark Golding! Mark Golding! Mark Golding! If you feel energy, come to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Comrades, my task is to introduce the next Prime Minister. But before I do that, I'll take 2 minutes quickly. Comrades, the energy on the ground is high. And I'm speaking specifically in my capacity as the campaign manager. The ground well fertile. Fruits are ripe all over the place. But comrades, if we don't do the political work, we will not reap the reward. Many speakers said before, don't say we don't win already. Don't say Andrew an idiot and he can't win. We have to use the energy and the momentum to organize, and don't stop organize. We have to ensure that every constituency has a culture of workers that are well motivated, that are well trained, has the passion and the understanding to execute effectively on election day. We have to ensure that when we leave here tonight, every worker hit the ground running
house to house, doing the canvas according to the gospel of the People's National Party. Build that PNP list, PD by PD, to equal or surpass the target and ensure we capture telephone numbers. Every candidate has to be on the ground, meeting and engaging the Congress and the people generally, and enhance their visibility. Congress, this is election is for us to lose. If we do not win this one, Jamaica will never forgive the People's National Party. We owe it not just to ourselves, but to our children, grandchildren, those yet born, to ensure we rescue Jamaica from this corrupt, wicked, and uncaring government led by Andrew Holness. So, Congress, we're ready. Are you ready? We're ready. Are you ready? So I give to you now one of the hardest working leader I have ever seen in the PNP. And let me tell you, the hardest. This man, when he hit the ground, if he say come 10, unless I want prayer breakfast, he might come 11. If you say go there, so if you just tell me where to go, him no question. If you say come out of the vehicle and walk down the street, him come out. And the most obedient leader I've ever seen in the People's National Party. Here the man Congress, give him a round of applause. So, the lead we have in the polls is primarily because of it. I give to you a former senator, a former minister of justice, not for the youth them who don't have no criminal record again. Because they burn a little weed, I him get rid of that, I'm out to that. But most importantly, the party president and the next prime minister of Jamaica, whatever Andrew called it, whether next month, the other month. Help me welcome our leader, comrade, Jefferson Willis.
Comrade Chairman of the meeting, comrades here on the head of tables, special mention to our veterans, Comrade John Jr., Comrade Calvin Lynn. Wonderful to have you both here with us this evening. And of course, all of the workers and warriors and foot soldiers of the People's National Party who have been with us throughout the day and are here with us tonight at Manchester High School. The word is love. Big up. Comrades, I want to thank each and everyone who came on the tour of sections of Manchester today for being there. And you know, it was a good test for me of how the ground feels. And the ground feels good. Good. The response of the people overwhelmingly was positive. And I would think any Labourite politician right now, you know, the dice cost. And I fret them, But you know, as has been said, hype no win election, you know. Hype no win election. Crowd no win election. What matters is how many people come out and put the necks beside the head in the ballot box. So when you count them up, we have more than them. A simple thing. And as has been said, the way that we ensure victory is by, first of all, our guinea gods analyze the numbers historically and set the targets for each constituency. Each division build it right up from PD. They know the workers have to go out there and canvass the people there and find out how many PNP people are out there. And if we're below our target, the candidate and others have to go out there and persuade people to come on board so that they can be added to the PNP list. And once we have the list and we're on target, on election day, we just make sure so we go for them and we bring them in and then vote for we and done this up. We win. And that is what we all need to do. So it's a hard work, it's not an easy thing, you have to go out there and do the work, but it's well worth it, context. Because that is what assures the victory. And of course we need to have our workers in place, and they need to be trained well and motivated to do the job for the party when the time comes. I have a lot of faith in the Manchester comrades. I feel, yes, thank you for the reminder. Yes, a year ago, a little under a year ago, February 2024, you know, we pulled off a sweet victory. A sweet victory. You know, some get 4 love. You know, and overall, it was an impressive performance. And it showed that we are well on the way to winning all 4 in Manchester. And that would be historic. That hasn't happened in my time. It may have happened before, but not in recent memory. 89, thank you, 89. We are picking them time. So comrades, it's a good feeling.
Yes, sir.
Vibe is right.
Yes, sir.
The environment is conducive. The energy is with the People's National Party. Jamaican people fed up by this government, disgusted by this government. They want change, and they see a united PNP with a leader of integrity, a leader who will listen, a caring leader, and they want us. We just need to go and do what we have to do to make sure it happens. Comrades, there are a few little issues I want to talk about. You know, one of them is constitutional reform. The government has tabled a piece of legislation in the House of Representatives in pursuant to their direction to reform the Constitution. Now, we have always, as a party, believed that the Constitution needs reform, and we have always participated in trying to get that process to move forward. And although I have grave misgivings about how they're approaching it, I have not withdrawn from the process itself, because I feel we ought to engage and try to educate and persuade and get them to see it in the way that we think is right. So they've tabled this bill in Parliament and they've appointed a Joint Select Committee. And we are on the Joint Select Committee. In fact, it is the first Joint Select Committee since I became leader of the opposition that I will be sitting on myself. But I don't want them to misunderstand the situation. We believe in full decolonization now. The full decolonization now. We are not in favor of any piecemeal approach where you leave the king as the head of state, but you keep the king's court and the king's court orders interpreting your laws and your constitution. No. Time come to believe in ourselves. Time come to provide the people of Jamaica with access to justice. Right now, unless you are a rich man, you cannot take a case to the Privy Council, which is our final court. So it means that the average Jamaican citizen does not have access to the final court of Jamaica, and that is wrong. When we are defending moving away from that system, and I say to the government, table the CCJ bills. They were prepared when I was Minister of Justice. We brought them to Parliament, we didn't support them then, but if you want to move forward with this constitutional reform, you have to do it in a way that we can both move forward together. And the way you've done it is not going to cut it, it will not work, and it won't get our support. There are some other issues as well. For example, They effectively want to institute a system where the Prime Minister can, through various steps that they will control, appoint the President of the country. I don't support that. The President has a critical role. It's not just a ceremonial President. It's a ceremonial plus, and the plus is very important. The President has a say in critical appointments to important offices of state. And the President must be somebody that enjoys the trust and confidence of both sides in Parliament and the wider society. It cannot be that whoever is the Prime Minister of the day can effectively appoint the President through that Prime Minister's majority in Parliament. No, we do not support that. We think that would be a grave step, a backward step, and would not be consistent with good governance in this country. We will not move forward on that basis. And they also want to water down the power of the opposition in the Senate by reducing the number of senators or the percentage of senators that the opposition appoints, which is the most important blocker in the Constitution to the tyranny of the majority, and was put in there from 1962 to ensure that any major changes had to be by way of consensus. And they're trying to tinker with that. And with this mechanism by which they can effectively appoint the President, and the President appoints the senators that are taken away from the opposition, they will remove the blocker that the opposition has on legislation that would amend the Constitution in fundamental ways and potentially take away the rights of the Jamaican people. We will not engage, we will not allow that to take place. So I'm putting them on notice. We will be attending the Joint Select Committee, but it will be on the basis that the CCJ bills must be tabled. We will not proceed on the basis of the bill as it stands now. And I think it's very important to foreshadow that, because this is a position that we have consistently put forward to them from even before the Constitutional Reform Committee was set up 2 years ago. Before that, I put that on the table, and we've maintained that position ever since. I also want to say a little bit about taxation. Comrades, we see no need for there to be any increase in taxes when we become government. The reforms which were implemented under the PNP administration and continued after by the JLP government have been very successful in increasing the revenue base of the country. In fact, for most of the years of this government, when they talk about no new taxes, they have in fact collected on several occasions $100 billion more in the fiscal year than the revenue estimates that they had put forward at the beginning of that fiscal year. So that is how successful the tax reforms have been. And this is when the economy was hardly growing, because they've been a spectacular failure when it comes to generating economic growth. So we don't see any need for any new taxes at this time. You know, we have some ideas, and some of our spokespersons from time to time may say certain things. One of them, for example, is that existing taxes that are collected on imported food items, we should earmark those funds to developing local agriculture that can eventually replace those imports. So we grow local production to replace imported food. But we're not talking about putting any new taxes on imported food, because we don't see the need for that at this time. The last point I want to make, comrades, concerns the Integrity Commission. I was at the National Day of Prayer this morning, and I said that it's important that Jamaica defends the institutions that we have built to make sure that this country is governed in a principled manner, in a democratic and transparent manner, and in a manner that builds the confidence of the people of Jamaica in the leaders of the country who they elect to govern. I think it is absolutely deplorable that the Prime Minister could be bringing proceedings in court to effectively strike down the Integrity Commission Act, the legislation which creates the anti-corruption framework of this country.
Yes, sir.
And also to challenge the offense of illicit enrichment, just to try and say that that is unconstitutional, though it comes from the UN Convention Against Corruption, and was put into our domestic law 20 years ago at least. And so he's facing an investigation for illicit enrichment himself.
Yes.
One in which the Integrity Commissioner said that there should be a referral to the Financial Investigations Division and the Tax Administration, Jamaica, to try to get to the bottom of his very complicated personal financial affairs, with 20 bank accounts under his control, and 28 bank accounts under his control, and hundreds of millions of intercompany transactions between his various private companies over the period of their investigation. I don't know how a Prime Minister who has put under his own control most of the important agencies of government that affect the economy, the Port Authority, the National Housing Trust, NEPA, etc., etc., the UDC, the Housing Association of Jamaica, how somebody who says that all of those agencies must report to him as minister is so busy doing all this private business. No wonder the country is not growing. Because the minister who is responsible for growth is so focused on his own private business affairs. Not to mention the more important point, that many of his private interests are in the real estate sector, and many of the agencies which report to him are in that same sector, creating potential conflicts of interest, one of which became manifest in a recent Integrity Commission report concerning the Estate Bridge Company. And I say the Prime Minister should give up ministerial responsibility for any agency which is involved in any regulatory or commercial matter where he has private business in that industry. We don't want a government that creates structural conflicts of interest to undermine the trust and confidence of the Jamaican people in the leadership of this country. Comrades, time come. We need change in this country. The government has gone astray. It has gone off the rails. The economy is in decline. We're facing 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth. And in fact, 2024 will be a year of negative growth for the country. This is the first year where the revenue projections are not being met by the collections, up to November anyway. The country is facing a cost of living crisis, and the government is tinkering with this and that to try and say they're doing something about it. We have a terrible crime and violence problem, and they're bragging about a modest increase last year, but they were coming from a mountain of murders, which is where it had reached under their watch when they took over in 2016. On average, 25% more murders per year than when Comrade Peter Bunting was Minister of National Security in the Portia Simpson-Miller administration. Jamaica needs change. We're going to have a challenging time of it when we take government, but we'll be approaching it in a caring manner, a respectful manner to the people of Jamaica, and we intend to tackle the real challenges of facing our country. Problems of human capital development, the weaknesses in the education system, early childhood development, primary school, training, the training system of the country, where we have several 100,000 Jamaicans who are of working age but are not in the labor force. And we have the private sectors shouting and hollering that they can't find skilled labor and they need skilled labor. The country is not going to grow under the Jamaica Labour Party. Them can't cross it. The PNP must take this country forward, and we intend to do it. And and we intend to win the next election and govern this country in a way that the Jamaican people can have trust and confidence in our regime. Comrades and friends, it's been a long day. I don't want to speak any longer. I feel everybody has heard enough, and I wanted to say once again, comrades, thank you for your energy, thank you for your loyalty, thank you for your commitment, thank you for your support, thank you for being loyal and determined, patriotic comrades of the People's National Party. One love, comrades. The word is up.
Before you go, you have to sing Jamaica Rise. I want to remind you, thank you for coming out today. I know many of you have been on the roads at 8 o'clock. Thank you, Comrade Leader, for your presentation. Thank you for the comrades from all over the parish. Please to make your way home safely. And remember, now till March is group time. So you must have your group meetings, your group AGM, and after March is when the divisional conferences will start. And then we'll move into constituency conferences. But make sure everything is organized in your PDs, in your cluster, in your division, and in your constituency for a PNP victory. Because we must do the work, we must do the organization. Comrade Mayor will sing Jamaica Rise.
One word. Comrades will always sing Jamaica Rise. Can we remove our hats, those who have our hats? Men, not ladies, men. One verse we'll do. The trumpet has sounded, my countrymen all. Awake from your slumber and answer the call. The torch has been lighted, the dawn is at hand. Who's on? I must keep my word, one verse. It sounds like we could sing a load of this. God bless you, comrades. Enjoy the night.
Thank you, comrades. Drive home safely.
They found no weapon, just a real lovers. But I'm so sorry.